In the world of professional golf, there exists an elite club. A club filled with legends, household names, and rising stars. A club where membership is earned yearly with time, sweat, and dedication. This week, 50 players will gain entry into this exclusive fellowship. The top 25 from the regular season have already secured their spots, and another 25 spots are up for grabs here this week. Some dreams will be realized. Others will have to wait another day. Who will be next to join the likes of Jason Duffner, Grant Snedeker, and Keegan Bradley as the next great Web.com Tour graduate? EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present opening round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. Getting set now for first round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. This is the fourth and final stop of the Web.com Tour Finals. And Frank, this is always a pressure-packed environment.
It is, but also a chance to see the raw talent that'll be on display for many a year. And at this tender stage, these players are powerful, talented, and often brilliant.
Resuming the action here at EA Sports, let's go out to the 7th hole and pick up with our featured golfer. Nothing noteworthy here in the first round, Frank, but still plenty of golf to be played.
That's right, Rich. A little bit of a dry spell, but really not a lot of damage done.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
And Frank, that steady play continues.
Rock solid. Excellent approach shot.
Getting set now over the putt. Here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Who knows? It is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. The young star makes his birdie. Frank, I think this is one of the most fascinating holes on the golf course. The 583-yard par 5 9th hole.
With technology now, a lot more players can reach this par 5 and 2. Gone are the days where it was a true 3-shotter, but I remember when Sergio Garcia hit that 3-wood from, what was it, 270, 280 yards? Still one of the best shots I've ever seen.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Now the third shot here at the 9th, Frank.
Another very narrow green, not that dissimilar to the first hole. There's a high portion on the left and a low portion on the right.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. That's a solid par. Still in it, Frank. Setting up to start the back nine here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front nine, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie. Had to be a misread.
Settles in over the putt. Nice par to remain 1 under. Hole number 11, 558-yard, par 5. Frank, players in attack mode here.
Yeah, just try and blitz it down there. There are other bunkers on the left to consider, but really, with that much fairway, this is a green light opportunity. Second shot.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for 11. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Birdie try up next. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
In a very aggressive mode with that birdie now in second place.
Frank, what's so much fun about TPC Sawgrass is the excitement that it generates for a fan and how many different holes there are. 12 is a good example.
Yeah, 12 looks like it's fresh from Scotland. You can see why Pete Dye spent a lot of time over there. Tee shot looks straight away, but the second shot is blind. The shot you get in Scotland with a wedge where you just see the top of the flagstick and you've got to really guesstimate on the yardage that you have. But a good wedge shot and someone that can judge their distance. This is certainly a birdie hole.
This from 7 feet. So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. Got it for par. Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now. EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present second round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. It's the second round of the Web.com Tour Championship, fourth and final stop of the Web.com Tour Finals. We saw a lot of great golf on day number 1, but as we inch closer, Frank, with those 50 PGA Tour cards up for grabs, that pressure begins to ratchet up.
It would have to, Rich, with that golden ticket come the end of this week, and that's a chance to play on the PGA Tour. But for the time being, let's look at the way they're playing right now. We are seeing some players play at the top of their game.
Now the approach to the 7th. Frank, what do you need to be mindful of here?
It's rather narrow in the front of the screen, and then there's some mounds both right and left. Be very aware of those mounds. They can actually help you out.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace.
Starting to put it together right now, Frank.
Join that trio at the top.
Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
You come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s at TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry.
That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. It's a solid par right there, Frank.
He'll be moving to 3rd place, inching his way to the top of the leaderboard.
Frank, what do you make of the final hole here on the front side, the 583-yard par 5 ninth?
Just depends on how much you want to risk here. If you hit a good drive down the right side, it's certainly gettable for 2. But you can make an absolute mess here at 9.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Playing his second shot here at the par 5.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, this is all about plotting your way around. Now the 3rd shot at the 9th.
Yeah, there's a reward for a precise short iron shot in here. Depends on the right or the left. Precision pays off.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Frank, that birdie will help the cause. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the 2nd 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Solid play, heart of the green. That is a solid par putt. Frank, right where you want to be at the midway point of a tournament.
Yeah, you know your game's solid. The focus is more on the leader and that you can just go out and play. Excellent position to be in.
EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present third round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. We are into the third round of the Web.com Tour Championship, the fourth and final stop of the Web.com Tour Finals. 50 PGA Tour cards up for grabs, dreams about to be made.
It's amazing what's ahead of these young players, Rich. Not just getting through the next two rounds, but also trying to suppress perhaps what might be for them next year.
All right, hole number 11 here at the TPC Sawgrass, 558-yard, par 5, no shortage of options, no shortage of hazards, Frank.
If there's one hole at TPC Sawgrass where you can literally leap out of your shoes, this is it.
That's in the fairway. Second from an excellent lie. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, how about this third shot to the par 5 11?
Well, coming from the right side, once again, you have to be exact on the distance because that green now is at the wrong angle.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Up to the 12th, Frank, and a good birdie chance here.
Yeah, good old length, short par 4. This green really divides itself into about three sections. There's a little piece to the right, piece short left, and the one at back left. So as long as you know where the flag is, just push that ball into the section where it is. You get up there, you're only going to have 10 or 15 feet left for birdie.
Terrific golf shot, and now that for an easy birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Starting to make a nice move. 5 under with that birdie for the tournament. Frank, 17 gets so much attention here at the TPC Sawgrass, but 13, par 3, is exciting in its own right.
It is, and it's actually more difficult than 17. One of the reasons it's longer, and also the green here. 17 obviously has two sections in it, front and top. This has, I don't think there's a flat piece on it. And every now and again we watch a ball roll all over the screen and actually find the cup for the odd ace.
Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. Frank, historically in this great championship, 14 has proven to be a pivotal hole.
Everybody focuses on the finish here, but you're absolutely right, Rich. This can be an absolute scorecard record because if you spin your drive left, the drop back, perhaps on the ladies' tees, you can make 6 in a heartbeat. You try and air to the right, you can make 6 from the mounds. So a good drive down 14 gives you a chance for that fast finish.
Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th.
Well, we've heard about this talent for a long while now. A birdie putt and a chance to get just one step closer to earning that golden ticket, chance to play the PGA Tour.
This is a 9-footer. So close. Dropping a shot here late in the round, Frank, with that bogey at the 14th. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
We start to see shots in hand really valuable.
Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present final round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship.
Rich, there's nothing worse than this. This might look all right, but in the mulch, this is a disastrous situation.
So this is not mulch ado about nothing?
Ah, I get it.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it. Well, Rich, it's been a disaster until this point, but there's an escape clause. If he can make bogey from here, that'll be some doing, something to be proud of.
Would feel actually pretty good. Sometimes you see players walk off a hole with a little bounce in their step, even after a bogey, because they've had to work hard for it.
You'd like that one again?
Well, that was just a lousy putt right there. No other way to say it. Locked in on the read and the speed. You can see the look of disgust, and it's justifiable. It's a double bogey. You licking your chops here, Frank, as a player, when you get to this tee box?
Well, it's an opportunity. A 4 here certainly makes the mood better when you walk to 17 and then 18. So a 4 here is more than just making a birdie on a par 5.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Good lie in the fairway. Good chance to make something happen here. Frank, what we've learned over the years is that the Web.com Tour is such a good place to hone your skills for the next step for the PGA Tour because it replicates the PGA Tour environment. 72 holes, a lot of pressure, you're playing for money, and you need to shoot 65s and 66s to win.
It's harder in golf to make that direct comparison. I think to add to your point, if you used other sports, for example, like baseball, AAA, as opposed to regular season baseball, the guy has a specialist position. He's a pitcher or catcher. You can directly correlate his ability with another one in the major leagues. The same with NFL, polish, size, speed on the combine, as opposed to professional NFL at the highest level. In golf, it's so multifaceted. So therefore, if you have a good combination of game, it might not stand out initially, but it might be better in the long haul.
Hazard, maybe wet. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Ah, that hurts. Wow. So a tester from 4 feet. Clean this up with a tap. Time to regroup, Frank.
Yeah, a little slip to recover. Bogeys aren't the worst.
Now one of the more difficult holes in golf. The 18th here at Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. In 2013, this hole averaged .39 strokes above par. What makes it so challenging, Frank?
Just that big body of water that's to the left of 18 here that's also shared to the right of 9. Not a single fairway bunker on this 18th hole. So really, lack of definition. It's so hard to find a target here.
That will be a great look at birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Almost. Wow. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Wait, that looked for all the world like it was dead center.
I've got no idea how that missed.
Has this now for bogey. Bit unfortunate, loses a shot here with that bogey. Well, that'll wrap up our coverage of the final round. This is Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We'll see you next week. Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge.
I actually think they're playing all right, Rich. It's just, compared to the top of the leaderboard, you start to think, well, maybe they're struggling. But there's ebbs and flows in this game. At the moment, it's just sort of almost like a holding pattern. But it's time to change that.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Well, Frank, how about this hole? Par 5 11th at 617 yards.
The goal here is to take all those bunkers down that left side completely out of play. If you can hit it far enough down there, you can get close to this green. But if you do stray a little bit, all of a sudden, well, it's called eternity. You're going to find that this hole will play very long.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, what's involved here in the third shot now at the par 5 11?
Just really setting up a good angle for that third shot. This is when you lay up, it always pays just to check where the flag is. You want to sort of have a nice, comfortable look or angle to the flag.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Frank, Pete Dye always gets a player thinking what might be going through a player's mind right here.
You're going to play it as a layup. That's a given. It's just what distance you want. And for every distance you're going to hit it off the tee, Pete Dye gives you a different challenge. If you lay it all the way back, obviously you got the widest fairway. Then you got the longer second shot. Get a little closer, it starts to shrink up, shrink up, shrink up. So it's how much do you want to bite off?
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole.
So yet another short iron shot into a par 4 here at the 12th.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run.
And now we're at the par 3 13th hole, 214 yards.
Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
Now a 7-footer.
Oh, that even caught me by surprise, Rich. I thought par was in the bag.
This now for bogey. Getting set now over the putt. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports for our entire crew. I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Today it's live second round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Frank, the 7th is a short par 4, 346 yards. So I'm guessing it's a layup off the tee, but it might be a nervy layup because you have water on the right, and if you miss left, that's no bargain.
It's very distracting looking down the right side. I think that's the easiest way to put it. But if you can break this hole down, 346 yards, if you take 120 yards off that, which is like a wedge, then the layup only becomes like 220 yards. That seems a little less intimidating.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
I mean, really, on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Well, the time is now to start making birdies, and there we go. One on the board, and suddenly inside the top 20.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of in that, but really, you've got to be aggressive from here on in.
Excellent looking shot here.
Great drive.
Came right out of the middle of the bat.
Second shot.
Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice strong breeze.
That's an absolute beauty.
Now the approach shot here on this par 5/8.
Should be safely on deck.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
And this would be nice. 2 straight birdies. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Finishing out the front 9 with a pretty difficult par 4. Again, water down that right side. Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Player really needs to be dialed in here. This approach shot is not easy by any stretch here at the 9th.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, continuing at PGA West in the Career Builder Challenge. We're on the back 9 now. Hole number 10 is 416 yards, a medium length par 4. But again, player has to deal with water.
It is. This is a double dogleg, really, and if you don't get the ball in the fairway, you're going to kick yourself.
Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
And he's putting for par now. How you maintain momentum, you make those putts for par. Oh boy, this is a long par 5, the 11th at PGA West, 617 yards. Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway. Frank, the skins game was played at PGA West, the stadium course, many years ago. 1987, Lee Trevino did something that really stood out with a lot of fun.
Yeah, to make a hole-in-one anywhere is obviously something to be remembered. But when you do it on TV, national TV, and on a hole like 17, Alcatraz, all the way across the water, everybody complained about how hard the golf course was, and Trevino gives it that little bang, little cut, bang, in it goes, one. Trevino could play any golf course, no matter how hard it was.
It was a one that was worth 175,000, $175,000. That won him the carryover skin in the skins game.
Had every chance of going in.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
Trying to get out of here with just one dropped shot. This is for bogey. He's made it. Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but it requires a better shot. Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
Always tough to get a decent flight out of the rough. And you can see that ball was never soaring out of that lie.
And it is not looking like a good lie. Frank, here we go again. Another shot from the rough.
Yeah, let's see if he learned his lesson.
That will be 4 over par on the scorecard for this hole. Time to pick up and move on.
A very quick exit, miscut. Not the only one there, but surprising.
The weekend now to regroup. Just didn't hit many good shots. This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Today it's live third-round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back nine, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
I don't know what happened there, but he missed it badly. Well to the right. Setting up for an approach shot here. Solid play, heart of the green.
Rich, these players aren't getting a reprieve with the wind right now.
And right from the start, the winds have been kicking pretty good.
Yeah, but at least it's presenting that challenge for the players that don't get every other day.
This will test the player. I mean, it's one thing to play with no wind in perfect conditions, but as we know, golf is a game of variables.
Yeah, and better strike will be rewarded today.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Now his third, staring right at the green. All in all, Frank, doesn't look too bad.
Just maybe a little right of the flag.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
They'll take it. That's a par. Now the par 4 12th, only 363 yards, but Frank, it is intricate. There's a lot involved, isn't there, in playing a hole like this?
Yeah, I think this is where you have to work out, which clubs do you hit the best? Are you better with a 9-iron, or are you better with a wedge? Because that's the distance you want to hit it to. That's how you can be aggressive, even when you're laying up.
Club has been pulled, ready for the second shot now at the par 4 12th.
How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Oh my goodness, how did he miss that? Just a little tap in here. Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. Frank, this is no easy shot here at the par 3 13th.
Yeah, 13th hole. I mean, it's so appropriate, the number of the hole for this this design by Pete Dye.
Frank, not easy to keep your eye on the target when you've just splashed down.
Yeah, but on the flip side, too, one bad shot doesn't have to lead to two.
Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water. Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Has to regroup, playing his fifth shot after hitting it in the water.
Yeah, it's not all lost. Once again, check the yardage.
Frank, sadly, I've been there too often. In the water, you get down on yourself. What's the right way to approach this mentally?
Well, you've almost got to take a step backwards, Rich. This can add up so quickly. So give yourself a little pat on the back, say it's fine. I mean, you're human. You're allowed to hit bad shots. But the big thing now is to avoid two in a row.
Number 7, and nothing lucky about this one, Frank, after hitting it in the water.
Really starting to get away from the player right now, and this is, you can just see, starting to implode.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Frank, we haven't seen a whole lot of that, but no doubt it feels good. Well, Frank, we are turning home. It says so on the scorecard here at 15.
It is, and once again, another example of great bunkering by Pete Dye. Bunkers on a lot of golf courses are just simply left and right. But what Pete Dye does, he lets them cut in, especially that one down the left side of the fairway it cuts in. So it has to be avoided, and it's going to be about 280 yards to take it completely out of play. That's probably the best line, is to get it just past that last bunker on the left side.
Getting some sand in the shoes now. For a second straight hole, he's in the bunker. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really, you have to look at the amount of green you've got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Settles in over the putt. Struggling a bit with the flat stick, and a drop shot here at the 15th hole. So a tester from 4 feet. Frank, this has been an absolute mess today and all week long.
You said it best.
Frank, you've been there at so many tournaments around the world. One round to go, a chance to win. What's that feeling like?
Oh, this is the fun part, knowing whether or not your body can handle the situation. You've got to push it to the limit. But that's what sport and golf is all about. Trying to do something that you've dreamed of for so long.
Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live final round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. You see the blend of holes here from the long par 5 to the short par 4, now to the 214-yard par 3 13. Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. Good par. Well, Frank, kind of a make-or-break hole here at the 14th, par 4, 389 yards.
Yeah, for the Cavalier player, you can sort of go at this green in a more direct line. 290 yards will take all this bunker down the right out of play. Just leave you a flick in here. I'm going to say that's not a bad play, really. If you don't do that, then you just got to thread it down the left.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Oh, that hurts. Thought he had it. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Approach here at 15. Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. And he's made it onto the green now. Shouldn't be a problem here. He's made it. Now to the par 5 16th. Frank, this is a pretty solid hole.
Like all the other par 5s here, length gets a big advantage here. This hole, as you mentioned, bends to the left, and that bunker can be taken out of play by the longest hitters. 326 yards will get you past that. Otherwise, there's sort of a V shoot down the right side that everybody else has to respect.
Headed for the bunker? Not what he wanted, but he's headed to the beach. Frank, it rolled out of the short grass and into the white sand, so this is third shot.
Yeah, a lot of the professionals would rather be in the sand than the thick rough. You can control the spin much better out of fairway bunker than you can the rough.
Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splashes out, lands softly, and just runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the third part of it is how much will it roll.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
It's tough to take an extra club out of that lie, Rich, because it's always in the back of your mind. If you hit it properly, it's going to ML the green.
He gave that one everything he had. I mean, really gouged it, and still, it was short. Frank, this is where the mental game really comes into play. You've hit a second consecutive shot into the rough.
This could compound very, very quickly, so now's the chance to just take a little breath, take a breather, and try to make sure this shot certainly gets out.
Well, once you hit double to par, it's time to just pick up and move on. So, Frank, you arrive on the tee box. What are you thinking here as you look out at the hole they call Alcatraz, par 3 17th at 168 yards?
Well, we've seen it all hit
In the water. Too bad. So this will be the third shot after taking the drop with the ball going in the water. So, Frank, he'll take a drop here.
Yeah, he'll take his medicine, take his penalty shot. The hole's not over yet.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is gone.
Oh, dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot. Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards. But again, we've said it all day long. Water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's three groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with.
This is a good-looking shot. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly.
So that concludes the final round here at this spectacular setting. Frank, final thoughts on the tournament?
Rich, I thought this was really a fantastic venue that challenged the players, and we saw some exciting golf out there all across the board.